All right, heck, Genie, what are you doing?
Sorry, I was focusing up here.
Well,
That's one way to start the podcast.
so
I gotta get that critical focus, man.
here, let me zoom mine in. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
So apologies from Genie because we had to delay this a day because of him. He's too busy partying.
Apologies.
Dude, I was watching your Instagram like this morning and I was like, damn, man, is he gonna be able to do this? He might be super hungover or something. Did you get you some liquid IV?
I was, well, I don't want to think about it too much, but I was good. The day before yesterday, I was not good. The day we were supposed to shoot the podcast, it was over for me.
So yesterday.
Yes, yeah, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Not a good sign.
Was tough.
Right, he doesn't
But
know
now
what
I'm
day it
fine.
is.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So I will.
That'll happen.
So we will not be doing an episode of this next week, and no Creators Unite for 2 weeks because I've just been too busy with everything else to schedule guests. And then I want to be at Disney World. Yeah.
Well, we
I'll
can just
be
do
in
the
Michigan.
episode without you.
Good luck. There's gonna be 2 of you. Kyle's going out of town as well.
I was gonna bring my mic. I'm bringing my laptop up to Michigan. So
I'm gonna be at the park all day. So
I'm down to
Right.
do one. Just see how it goes.
Just
Yeah.
me and Genie.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Be kinda-
Kyle's gonna be able to upload videos while I'm gone. So you guys can totally upload one without me. It's up to you. Chris, you're gonna have to make an overlay for 3 people again.
We could take a week off.
Or we could take a week off. Yeah.
Yeah. See you guys.
I figured you just want to take a week off.
Bro, why am I still lagging?
I don't know,
Or we
man.
play GTA RP.
Did you
So,
reset your router?
oh yeah. Did
I
you
think I
make
should- I
did
need
you
to
make
upgrade
sure your
something,
coaxial cable is screwed in all the way and very tight?
dude? Try turning it on and off again. Yeah, I know, it's ridiculous.
So, I guess I'll start with my topic because I don't know. I thought of something. Yeah, okay. So, am I the only one here who's not single? Are you guys all okay? So I'm the only one here who's taken. But I had a new acting class start. Who's clicking something? Damn it.
It's like, well, we're gonna put that over there.
So, I had my first first day of acting 101 last night, and 10 people showed up to this class. There was only one other guy. The rest were women. And I was filming this vlog style thing, a day in the life of a full-time content creator that I'm trying to have like ready to like upload on Sunday or something. And I was like, hey, if you're trying to meet women, maybe sign up for an acting class because it was like all women in there. But my question was, if you were like, you're like, damn, I want to meet some women, where would you go?
Grocery store.
Other than a bar, because
Grocery store.
in my opinion, bars
tell you, I've been
are
trying
a
to
terrible
tell you.
place to meet women.
VR chat, what?
They can
I
be.
mean,
Yeah.
Nowadays, I don't know.
Nowadays,
Go,
yeah.
go to your local food city.
Your local grocery
Supermarket.
store.
Yeah.
I feel like the bowling alley got a lot of people.
I knew this guy that told me that Barnes and Noble was a great place because he
Oh.
would have this Pomeranian that he had, and it's a dog thing. So he just brought his like cute little Pomeranian everywhere, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, can I pet your dog?" Yeah. Funny thing about my dog is it's located on
What?
Dude.
It's a super
No,
bad
no,
line.
Genie's right though. He's actually got a point there. I saw several TikToks about girls saying that, like, that they look for guys at Barnes and Noble.
That's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
Yeah, I don't know.
I was gonna say that I remember back when I was in the military and I was watching like More Plates, More Dates videos on like how to pick up women. He would always say like like go do like extracurricular activities, do like community service, this and that. And I just thought it's so funny. Like you're like you're like serving food to homeless people, and the chick's like, "Oh, this is so awesome that like you come do this. You take your time to come do this." Like, and like in all reality, you're like, "Nah, man, I'm just trying to lace a pipe."
Man, those guys are devious.
That's messed up,
They're
man.
absolute
These like pickup
menaces,
artist
bro.
people.
Yeah. They
Have you-
got
I'd
pretty
say-
much one end goal. That's pretty much it.
have-
Acting class is interesting.
I think that's a good
like,
one.
Pick up chicks. Yeah.
Where did you meet your wife?
we met at church camp in high school.
That's a great
Wow.
place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I had
But-
a church camp.
Interesting.
Church camp
Genie,
romance for sure.
he's like, I got a lot of memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
What,
Good
Jeannie,
church camp.
Jeannie was laying pipe at church camp.
I was dating the youth minister's niece
Nice.
for 3 years.
Damn,
and
bro.
There you go.
then
Well, okay, I just want to clarify. You said youth minister's niece. Okay,
Yeah.
niece, not the youth minister. Okay, that's weird.
I saw this TikTok. What the hell?
Wow.
Bro, hold on, I gotta go check on the dogs. Jesus. You guys can continue. I don't care. Go
Okay.
for it.
Well, I thought you would find this funny, so I'll wait.
fuck
I'm
the dogs.
listening. I'm
What?
listening. Bro.
Okay,
I'm
he's listening. He's listening. So I saw this TikTok yesterday, and he had like 1 million likes, and it was somebody like, I don't even know how you do it. I know there's like an effect where you could take a picture and put like your eyes and your mouth onto like the picture, right? On TikTok.
That's what I did for one of my videos. I put it on my graphics card.
Oh yeah, for the R2D2 one.
Yeah.
So it was a picture of Iron Man in like his little lab area, like working, and the face was over him, and it was that sound of the kid getting his ass beat. And he's like, ah, ah, and it was like Tony Stark when he's next to the Hulk in Black Widow's room or something like that. And I was like, oh, dude.
Oh, gee.
I thought it was funny. What is that?
His fan
His fan is.
randomly
Was it
picked
blowing
up.
the mic?
Yeah, it's just
It
picking up
randomly did though.
for
And
like
it
2
has it this
seconds.
whole
Yeah,
time.
for like
That's
2
weird.
seconds.
So going back to what you said, I've had fairly decent luck, none that really amounted to relationships, but going to concerts.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of cool girls at concerts because
yeah.
we
Those
are
kinds of
like that's the
psychos,
biggest thing is
too.
like you already share
Yeah.
like a common interest. You're both there to see the same artist, obviously. And you talk about that, talk about music, and then if you are there waiting in line for a while, you obviously talk in the line and all that.
I think the way you should look at it
Pretty
is
good.
like you should go do shit that you want to do or stuff that you think is cool, whether it's like hobbies or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
But
If
at
you're
this-
actually trying to meet someone
Yeah.
genuinely, if you're trying to go and hook up, go to the bar and club.
I think if you're trying to
Easy.
meet people, if you're trying to meet people, okay, because this is for men or women. If you're trying to meet people, I think it should be like a secondary goal. You should focus on like learning something or just having fun. And I feel like when you focus on that, like meeting people just kind of comes as a secondary thing.
Comes
It kind of
naturally,
comes
yeah,
with
yeah.
it, yeah, and it's more natural, obviously.
Well, it's like with the
And-
concerts. I'm there for the concert. I'm not
Yeah.
fucking there for meeting
Yeah.
somebody, but it has happened quite a few times. So it's like
Yeah,
works
but
out.
it definitely, I feel like people can tell when like you're just there to like hook up with some. You're trying
Yeah.
to find somebody to hook up
Yeah.
with. That's why I don't like
That's
bars because
definitely
you
fair.
can. Everybody there is just like thirsty, man. I'm just like, damn, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you,
And as the guys, you're like 9 times out of 10 competing with like 15 other guys.
every time
Because
I've
there's
gone to
more
a bar,
guys at the bar usually.
yeah, true. Yeah, every time I've gone to the bar,
competing.
every time I've gone to a bar, I swear I've seen one really sloppy dude who's like walking around. He's like, hey, does he come
Oh,
here
yeah.
often? He's all like super
Yeah.
drunk. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Always got to be that one guy. And you'll
Can
see him
barely
passed
talk.
out on the curb, you know, when you're leaving,
Or he's thrown up in the
Ridiculous.
bathroom.
or that too.
Oh, dude. Battlefield 2042 got delayed by a month.
Did it
That
really?
was my topic.
Okay.
November,
That's okay.
yeah,
Let's
November
let's
talk
move on.
19th.
something else,
Let's
but-
no. Let's move on.
What?
Let's move on to that then, since that's Jeannie's topic.
Yeah, dude. Holy crap.
So it got delayed a
Yeah.
whole month.
Did they say why?
No, but I'll tell you right now, that's
COVID.
I'll tell you
That's-
right now, that's not a good sign, and usually a month is not enough time.
Well, I will say, what if it's to work on like preventing hackers and cheaters and stuff like that because of the whole source code leak?
I'm telling you, there's no way they can fix that. I've watched so many videos where people talked about it. They're saying that it's going to be a disaster, or there's a good chance that it's going to be a disaster because the hacking is going to be on a level that they can't control because the source code is out. So, like, in order to prevent hacking, they would have to use a whole new source code, which they can't do this late into development. There's no way. They would need to delay it by like a year. At
Did
least.
the source code get leaked.
They got hacked. EA got hacked.
Shocker there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man,
a whole-
that's a bummer, man.
I'm telling you though, man,
that's the
because
only game I'm really looking forward to.
Oh,
Like as far as like a shooter.
yeah.
Other than Back for Blood, I am pumped for. And also, what's really cool with that side note, Back for Blood is coming to Game Pass, so you don't even have to buy it if you have Game Pass.
Ooh, yeah, if you got Game
Game
Pass.
Pass pays for itself.
That is
it's
the
literally
one-
insane.
That's the one thing they have over PlayStation is Game Pass, dude.
100%. I mean, they have PlayStation has their own version, but they never
It blows,
drop, like,
dude, yeah.
brand new games.
Everybody's always complaining
Like-
about it. They're like, these games are like 5 years old.
When Game Pass came out, we got Gears 6 right off the rip, Ultimate Edition, which is $100 game.
Yeah. Well, I
Like,
think what it comes
mind-blowing.
down to is Microsoft has more money, so they can
Yeah.
blow money on stuff like that that PlayStation can't.
Bill Gates is
You
just
gotta
making
think
it rain.
if like over 1 million people have, let's say 1 million people have Game Pass, just
Mhm.
worldwide. Let's say for the sake of argument, that's $15 million a month.
Yeah, and but not only that, to me it's like Netflix. That's kind of what Netflix is doing right now. They're just outspending everybody because nobody can spend as much as they can on original content, except
Yeah.
Amazon. And Amazon, their issue is like, Amazon's like, all right, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, and they're taking their sweet ass time, you know. But see that they're coming out with the
Well-
Lord of the Rings show. That's probably gonna be really dope. Amazon.
Yeah. We'll have more time with Back for Blood now, at least. And we won't
Yeah.
have to be like super stressed, and we can actually have fun with that for a while. And
Yeah.
get the most out of that. Beat the
Well-
campaign, play the 4v4 shit.
I won't
Yeah.
lie. So Deathloop, I'm worried.
Why?
What
Because
was that?
IGN gave it a 10.
No, because I started playing it. Deathloop came out like I think either yesterday or the day before that. I think yesterday.
Oh, you have it. Okay.
It's
Okay.
not doing well on Twitch, I'll tell you that.
What's
Yeah.
that game about?
You ever played Dishonored before?
Yeah, I love
So
it.
think of like that kind of gameplay,
Mhm.
but you're trying to kill these 8 people within a day, and if you don't, the day gets reset. Or if you
So,
die,
like,
the day
it's
gets reset.
Assassin's Creed, Dishonored mix kind of thing, like the whole assassin
Eh,
vibe.
like
gold
I mean,
contract.
bottom line is like it's made by some people who made Dishonored and Bioshock and Wolfenstein.
Oh,
So it's got that kind of like gameplay, but
what was
there's
it called
plot to
again?
it.
Deathloop.
So
Deathloop?
Deathloop.
Loop.
Like Fruit Loop.
Yeah.
So the game is fun. It is fun. The gameplay is great. Performance sucks. You get like 60 FPS with the 1080 Ti on like
Low
ultra
settings.
settings, I think.
Ultra? Oh, that's actually not bad. Getting 60 on Ultra is not bad.
1080p, dude.
Yeah. For a 10, dude, you got to understand, they are
Dude.
not supporting the 1080 Ti very much anymore. We're lucky that they.
I'll
lucky you
say
can
though,
even get 60.
Wolfenstein does way better than that, and it's made by Bethesda as well. So
Yes, but
Uh,
Wolfenstein's been using the same engine forever, dude.
Is that a
Eh.
PlayStation exclusive?
no, it's
No,
on PC.
yeah.
It's not on Xbox though.
So it's
Um,
PlayStation and PC.
Yeah.
But I heard with 3080, it's like maybe like an extra like 30 FPS or something like that.
Ugh. So it's just not optimized well, huh?
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, but
They can
Here's the
fix
thing.
that.
hopefully. So I think the game is going to be a little short. Okay. I think the hardest part is trying to figure out how you kill all 8 people within a day. And then after that, you move on to protecting the loop, which is where you play as the chick that's trying to kill you, right? And like there's only a few abilities you can get.
Hmm.
So like it seems super limited. Like I said, the game's fun, but I just don't think there's enough content there. And I'm a little worried about that.
You said that you didn't think it was a good game to stream.
Yeah, it's not.
Why?
Well,
What is that?
Well, okay, so most people seem to like watching games where like there's something to really like follow, I guess. Like if it's multiplayer, like Fortnite, for example, you're like, oh my god, I hope Danny wins, you know, like that kind of thing, right?
Mhm.
But if it's a single player game, let's say it's like Fallout or in this case Deathloop or Bioshock Infinite, it's like, all right, well, you know, either I could watch this person play the game or I could just play it myself. It's gonna have the same outcome. The most you could do is see like how they play the game, but the outcome's always gonna be the same if you play it yourself. There's slight differences, but like the ending of the game is always the same.
I think I get what you're saying, but I feel like some people, I feel like games like that, some people would rather watch somebody play it than play it themselves, which sounds weird, but there's some people who just, you know, they can't spend the money, $60 on a game like that, so they'll just watch it.
Key word though is some people, right? Not
More
most
people. No, more people than you think. I would say it's like half.
Maybe if you're on YouTube, but not on Twitch. If you're posting, if
I
you're
feel like
posting like a let's
YouTube
play,
would do pretty. Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah,
Is more
if you're doing like a let's
successful when
play,
it comes to that.
Mhm. Yeah, but I think streaming it, people hop in, they're like, I have no idea what's going on, and they leave.
Yeah, especially if you're like halfway through the game, or you get those people that like want to play the game too. So
Mhm.
they're like, "Oh, you're halfway through already? Oh, I don't like."
Yeah, 'cause
wanna
they don't-
watch
they don't
it. I
want-
don't want spoilers or anything.
Yeah,
So it's like you're
exactly.
very limited on who. That's like I've had that issue as somebody that watches other streamers and stuff. I'll hop in. They're like, if it's a game that I haven't gotten to that point yet or whatever, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I'll put it on in the background and like move you to another screen or whatever. But I won't.
I don't
watch
even
it.
I don't even do that
Yeah.
because I like last thing I want is to hear like some of the audio and it's like a huge spoiler that's like
Right.
integral to the plot. You know, like that's I don't want to hear.
Well, I bring the audio all the way down to like barely
you say-
anything, and then I'll be doing something else.
Wait, so you just have this like basically like the screen itself is just the
Yeah, it's
gameplay.
like
but you're
if
not
I
really
want to
thinking
support
it.
the stream, yeah, I'll pull up. Yeah.
I guess.
Little
I
side
don't know. Bottom
note,
line is what?
brain drive and
Snow
PewDiePie.
Oh.
Ooh. It's good. I just mixed it for a TikTok that I posted.
Dude,
I
I dry scooped snow cone. I made a video about it, but I didn't post it.
that one's spicy.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
It's not. I mean, if your definition of spicy is it tingles a little bit, then yeah, it's spicy.
No. Not talking about. I'm talking about like I usually when I dry scoop the ones that are like super artificial tasting like snow cone, there's like this weird like chemical combination thing going on where all of a sudden it tastes like I don't know, maybe it's just like acidic tasting that almost tastes spicy. It's kind of a joke though. That guy who's like, why is it spicy?
Yeah, to me, because I was expecting it to be like I just shoved a bunch of hot Cheetos in my mouth or something like that. No, it was just like
Yeah, it's not that type
just
of
kind of
spicy.
tingled a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I can handle this. This isn't that bad.
Are you still reviewing them like that?
Well, yeah, I want to. But the thing is, with that one, like, I made it like in a rush because I had class like a little bit
Gotcha.
after that. I had an exam, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't bad.
Well,
Anyways,
So, question about Deathloop. Once you kill the 8 people, is it that's the game then? Or is there more after that?
so that's the thing. I don't know, and but I feel like yeah, it's it. Except for you can play as the person on the other side who's trying to. Okay, so there's 2 characters. There's Colt, which is you, and then there's Juliana, which is the person that's hunting you. Okay, but that Juliana character, another player can play them.
Okay.
So you can do that as well, right? So
Right.
maybe once you finish killing all those people, right? You can
So
start
while
doing
Colt's
that.
trying to kill 8 people, she's hunting you.
She's hunting Colt, yeah.
While he's trying to kill the 8 people.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's you also are on not only a time crunch to kill these 8 people, she's hunting you too.
Yes.
Interesting.
So like the gameplay is good, it is. It's just I don't know how long it's gonna last, you know? Like
That's why I
maybe if
wonder
there
if
was
the
DLC.
game isn't. Yeah, I wonder if the game is even worth buying it at $60 because it seems like I just looked up for like YouTube, for example, MK Ice and Fire is somebody that does like non-commentary, strictly just like the full gameplay, and they'll upload it, and they beat it in 8 hours.
Mhm.
And
The whole thing.
the whole game.
I mean, I
Now-
think that's
Oh,
That could
man.
just be, from Colt's perspective. It could not be from
Well,
you know,
because
the other
what
girl's perspective.
because the girl like hold on, it says being the story content alone could take as little as 4 hours.
Wow.
Though quite a lot of content will be missed by players who take this approach. Completing the game takes 40 to 50 hours, like 100% completing it.
Wow.
Okay, so there's at least some value to that because I definitely don't like games that are like less than 10 hours and like there's nothing else.
And
like you could
and-
literally 100% complete it. In
Well,
less
then
than
it
10 hours.
says the multiplayer aspect of Juliana's campaign could nearly double this amount. Okay, so they're saying push total playtime to about 80 hours, which I mean, like you're getting more than an hour per dollar you spend on the game at that point, right?
Right.
But
Sorry.
there has to be DLC in order for the game to like stay relevant in the future, or else it's gonna die very quick. Because like I said, the concept and the gameplay, phenomenal. I really like the idea for the game, but it just I want more out of it because it'd be like it's like watching Breaking Bad and being like, well, what happened to Jesse, and then El Camino happened. You know, it's like that. You get just a little bit more from
I've
it. You
never
know what I
seen
mean?
Breaking Bad, so you're talking foreign to me, but
How
I know what you mean.
this dude got mad at me for not putting sauce on my tenders, and he hasn't seen Breaking Bad. Are you kidding me?
yeah, because not putting sauce on your tenders should be a crime.
Well,
So
you got a fair point, Chris. It's,
You know, I'm not even gonna continue. I'm sorry. Anyways, anybody have another topic we can move on to?
well,
You're muted.
Sorry,
he's muted.
I'm answering an important message that I just got. So, you guys want to talk?
Did you guys watch the VMAs?
No, but I heard that guy got in a fight or something.
Conor
With-
McGregor got into an altercation with MGK on the red carpet.
Uh-huh.
The story that I know is that Conor wanted to get a picture, probably more so with Megan Fox than MGK, but MGK declined. Conor got upset. And I had heard that security had pushed Conor, and then that made him even more upset. And then Conor threw his drink at Megan and MGK.
Oh.
So yeah, it was. Conor's just
Wow.
Conor's like, I don't know. He's
A little too aggressive, it sounds like.
he just maybe shouldn't be attending some of these events in my opinion, but also don't really know why a fighter is at the VMAs. Anyway,
Well,
but-
in a similar, like I guess, like, but I'm trying to segue over to the Met Gala because I don't know if you guys heard about what happened there.
no, but I know MGK and Megan went to that as well. But-
Yeah, so the theme was like American culture or something like that, and pretty much none of the dresses and outfits that people wore reflected that in any
or
way.
American culture.
Yeah, it was just like random garbage. I think like Lil Nas showed up in like this giant like gold like coat, and then he took it off
Mhm.
and he had like a gold suit of armor or something like that. I forgot what it was, but
Yeah.
like just stuff like that. Like apparently it was just like it was a laughing stock essentially. People thought it was ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, like with the VMAs, I was just like, I thought it was cool. MGK got Best Alternative with Black Bear. That was pretty sweet to see. And then MGK closed out the night playing his new song, his new single. So that was really cool, and he had a really awesome performance. But Lil Nas also performed, and I was curious if you guys had seen it because I am all for everybody loving everybody. Obviously, he's gay. I'm all for. I have a bunch of gay friends. I'm all for everybody like being happy with who they want to be with and whatever.
right.
I just have a little bit of an issue when it's just some stuff's just flaunted a little too much in all of our faces.
Like that's the
And-
focal point of what he's
And it's not even a gay thing. It's more so of like there's like kids at home watching the VMAs because their favorite artists are on there. I mean, shit, one of the people that won one of the awards, that the girl singer, I think she's like maybe 18 to 20 years old, you know, somewhere around that age, because she was up for an award with the Kid Leroy for best new artist or whatever, and she won that as well. But there's kids watching and stuff, and the last part of Lil Nas's performance was just it was extra.
is a little too
a
much.
bunch of guys in like booty shorts dancing all over each other, and it's like
Booty
you know,
shorts.
yeah, but
The
it's like
heck?
it was definitely flaunting like
Oh.
the gay aspect, which
Well,
Mm.
no,
I get it to an
duh.
extent. It's just like at what point is it a little too much, even just in general. Like I personally don't even like when, chicks are half naked on an award show or whatever, and they're doing all kinds of provocative shit too. Like that gets old too.
So is that what
it's
you're
like,
saying? Is like it was too provocative?
Yeah, it's not even
Okay.
like from the gay side, but it's definitely like at what point are we like, because I know people are gonna like want to go for that whole thing. It's like, oh, you're offended by like the gayness of it. And it's like, no, it's why is this on television and part of your performance?
I want to give some context because one of the songs he performed was Industry Baby, and I'm pretty sure that's the one where like the music video is in prison and like, isn't that what it is? Yeah,
that's with Jack Harlow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so kind of get why that was part of the performance, but
that one wasn't so bad.
That
it was when he turned into Monte Carlo. Or
you
whatever,
Montero? Monte Carlo?
Whatever the hell the song's called. One where he's giving the devil a lap dance. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I was expecting it to be the other way around, but
I expected that, and that's his whole thing is like, the industry was giving him shit because he's a gay guy or whatever.
But in his defense,
that's exactly a thing.
In his defense, okay. I mean, you're talking about it.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, like he did it for a reason. Although I do disagree with it being.
He does that all the time, though. That's his whole thing. Is he wants to get people talking. So I know that's part of the whole thing. But it's just like, if I had kids and we were watching the VMAs and we were like, oh, it's cool to see MGK got an award, and for best alternative, and so and so got best new artist and all this cool shit, right?
Right.
Justin Bieber got entertainer of the year or whatever, artist of the year or whatever. Cool. Awesome. My kids would probably think that'd be sick. And then Lil Nas comes out. First part, not so bad. Whatever. If the kids are old enough, they understand gay shit. Like that whole. I don't mean it in that way, but they understand that exists. I didn't mean it in that way. That sounds a little harsh.
No, it was just funny. The way you said it.
Yeah. They understand what gay is, and that is what I meant, not gay shit.
Okay. Well,
anyways. I just think it would be a little much if I had kids and I'm putting myself in the place of like my friends and stuff that have kids and would watch the VMAs and that, and then they see a bunch of grown men in booty shorts all over each other dancing provocatively.
Yeah,
and stuff. It's just like when is it's a little too far.
And the VMAs are they hosted by?
Great. What doesn't matter? When's it? Why can't we just have a normal performance? Do a dance, do a choreographed dance, whatever. Let's not get like super provocative and sexual on live television. Save that for your show, your concert, or whatever.
So
live TV, mass people.
My
grandpa was alive at the moment and saw that, he would have a stroke. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so the VMAs, all right, is that whole show hosted by MTV?
Yes.
There's your answer.
Video Music Awards.
Because I'm pretty sure isn't MTV kind of known for just like it's more mature. It's not first. I want to say by mature, I mean like
I think they're more provocative.
Content. Yeah, that's kind of just how it is. You shouldn't have your kids watching MTV.
I guess.
Yeah,
it's the VMAs.
Yeah.
But it's also MTV
award show.
But I mean, honestly, dude, go watch music videos. They're just as bad. Like I think it's just the music industry in general is kind of moving towards more provocative stuff. And like I get what you're.
Always been sexualized.
Yeah, but I think there's like honestly, I think as time goes on, I think the whole LGBTQ plus movement and stuff like that, stuff. I mean, I think things are just becoming more sexualized. I mean, you look at what PG-13 movies get away with now, sexual content wise, compared to what they did like 20 years ago. It's crazy how far we've come in that sense.
I think that should change. I think
it's not though. I think it's going in that direction to the point where like, I mean, I've seen movies where like it's kind of like dystopian, like late future, like technology and all that stuff is big, and like sexual stuff is just normal. Like I think we're evolving to become. I think we're evolving to just be more open about sexuality and stuff. If you go to like France or Italy, for example, they talk about sex and stuff at the dinner table. Like that is just way more normalized there. Like you know, with kids there and stuff like that, they'll just talk about it. Like it's almost like over there, it's just not as taboo to talk about openly. And I think that's how we're just moving. I think that's what we're moving towards as a society as a whole.
I think there's just a time and place for it.
I
just don't think it
I
needs to
agree.
be
There's definitely places where
every
it's
fucking
like
waking thing. It's in our music. It's in our entertainment, TV shows, movies.
it's because it sells, man.
you know?
Sex sells.
Yeah, but it's still, you know.
I mean, bro,
I
look at
guarantee you, it's
TikTok,
just gonna
dude.
get worse. If you want, I don't even know if worse is the right term because I think there's definitely, I don't think people should be afraid to talk about stuff like that because I mean people have issues and they don't know that it's not normal or people don't understand stuff, and if we're afraid to talk about stuff then yeah. But what you're talking about is a performance on TV, and I can understand why that's like, come on, I get that, but I'm just saying as a society as a whole,
He
we're
definitely
moving more
killed it
towards
and did a
that.
great job.
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything away from that. He did a great job. It was a good performance. Jack Harlow was awesome and everything, but then it just got to the point where it's like kind of like being forced in your face. Like I get the whole thing in the
it's not being
shtick,
forced
but,
though.
like,
You can just turn it off. That's the thing. It's like,
yeah, but if you're trying to watch the show for like other people, like I was there for MGK. Like I wanted to see him get his award. He hadn't got the award yet. It wasn't announced yet. I'm waiting for his performance as well. First time performing at the VMAs.
No,
Big
that's
deal
fair
for a
point.
fan
but,
like me.
But I'm telling
So,
you,
like-
anybody who works for whoever put the VMAs on, if you're like, hey, like this is too sexualized, like, then don't watch it. That's literally what they would say.
Yeah.
No, but I hate that that's got to be the answer. all
But
the
that's
time.
that's the
It's
thing
like,
though.
no,
Is
just
like
don't watch it.
that's
Like,
just how
no.
that's what it's becoming.
I know.
Just
I
don't
get
watch
it.
it if like don't. That's you like as a society, we make decisions as a society on where to move with certain topics or certain things like that with what we spend our time watching and talking about. So if you don't like it, then your only choice is to not talk about it or not watch it. That's literally the only thing we can do. You just have to
That's
not
deep,
support it,
bro.
but that's just
That's
how
deep.
it works. It's been like that since television and music videos and all that stuff became a thing.
Yeah, you're right.
A big brain, deep. Yeah, I agree.
I'm
think he has a point.
just talking.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I totally get where you're coming from, but like, yeah, at a certain point, I feel like you have to realize that, like, that's just the way it is now.
Yeah.
No,
It sucks,
I
man.
know
Like,
that's the way it is. I just
something
don't
that you
think it's
care
right,
about,
though.
something that you care about, you almost feel uncomfortable with how they're over sexualizing it and making things overly provocative.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, all you can do is express that you don't like that, but there's
Right.
nothing you can do.
Well,
It's
also
gonna
for
get
me, it's,
worse.
like, the religious side of it is an aspect, and I'm not like some super crazy Christian, but for me, there are just some things that are just like, man, it's like I
What?
don't know. I like,
Uh.
and to clarify too, like when it comes to being a Christian and the gay stuff, I don't believe in the whole God thinks gay people are bad and whatever. I don't believe in that whatsoever. I
Oh.
think if the God that I would like to know as what I believe in is not somebody who would judge somebody based off of their sexual preference or who they find attractive and would like to love in their lifetime. I don't think that's a thing, but it's just the sexualization of everything part is where I have an issue because that
Yeah.
reason really is a religious standpoint is,
And-
when is enough? And it's like, because I would like to be, like I said, I would like to be able to watch the VMAs and enjoy every aspect of it, because the only real thing that was like, other than the one girl they kept panning to every like commercial break, it was like their outstage thing. She was in kind of like a skimpy thing, whatever. Other than that, Lil Nas was like the only one that did anything that was like just a little. It was like just a little over the top. It's just like,
Well,
this is a little
you have
much.
to
it's
understand
like,
that these.
we tone it down and just be a normal performance, because then you have like people like MGK and all the other people that performed that had normal.
But what is a normal
performances.
performance now? Because everybody's trying to push the
Just
boundaries.
not being over sexual.
But everybody's trying to push the
Dude,
boundaries
you
and be
don't have
different.
Over sexual to be an entertainer and have talent.
But sex
But you shouldn't
sells.
have to utilize. That's the thing, though. You shouldn't have to utilize your body. You should have to be talented enough, and the people that find you talented should be enough and not have all these creeps that you're utilizing them for their eyes and like their money. You should care because you're a talented human being and you're going to get fans based off being talented. Okay.
But anytime
keyword is should.
Yeah, anytime it's anything that is considered like art or like an artistic thing, like I feel like you just, I don't know, like whoever put that together and choreographed it, said all that stuff, they decided to go that route. And if you were to be
Lil
somebody,
Nas decided to go that route.
Okay, so Lil Nas decided to go that route.
It's his whole thing.
Yeah, so that's his thing. Like he's not going to change just because a couple people don't like it. Yeah, I mean, if anything, people being I've noticed a lot of times when people get outraged about something like that, they embrace it even more. So I don't know.
I don't know. He did get in quite a bit of trouble for his little 666 shoes and trying to say that it was Nike based as well too. And Nike said, "Here's a fucking lawsuit."
Dude, but you know for a fact he took that in stride though, man. Like he okay, it's like Jake Paul.
Yeah.
The hate kind of helps him because people are talking about him even more.
Well, yeah, but Jake Paul's getting hated for being a shithead that fights, people that aren't even boxers and tries to be a boxer.
But not just that, like the whole I don't know, I don't want to use that word, but the whole forest incident. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's canceled," but instead, like all of a sudden, old people are talking about him.
Up. I don't know why people do this.
That's Logan Paul.
There's a difference. There's Jake Paul and there's Logan Paul.
They both do the same shit. That's why.
No.
Yes, they both are trying to get people to pay attention to them by, like, "Hey, I'm doing this over here. Look at me. This is an outrage." That's what they do.
Okay, Jake does that.
They both do
it. Logan doesn't do that anymore.
Dude, even Logan on his podcast, he'll bring guests on just to create controversy.
I hold on, really quick. Aren't they both boxing now? Isn't that a thing?
Yes, they're both boxing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Logan isn't anymore. No.
Since
he quit already?
After Mayweather. He never was trying to pursue it like Jake is. Jake's actually trying to be a boxer, supposedly. Logan was doing it because it was fun. He did it with the KSI guy, the YouTuber. That was the whole thing. And then he got to the point because he's so well known that he was like, "Fuck it, let's get Mayweather." And basically Mayweather knew that he was going to secure a bag too. And it's all money, especially with boxing. Boxing is a sport that is so easily rigged, and money is a huge part of it. And I'm sorry you can't tell me otherwise.
Did you see the thing I posted?
I did. It was actually really impressive.
What?
Yeah. Deathloop apparently has a very high quality render of a sandwich with dynamic lighting on the mayonnaise. That is all.
Really fascinating.
Yeah. Dude, it's detailed, bro. Anyways, continue.
Is it dynamic on the seeds, on the sesame seeds as well?
I think so, dude.
But
it looks good though.
Every time Jake has some kind of like drama with somebody, Logan has them on his podcast. It's almost like they're like, they do that shit.
They kind of feed off each other.
Yeah, they feed off each other for sure.
Wait, didn't they have a whole thing?
Money.
But wasn't that a whole thing where apparently there was like a Jake Paul versus Logan Paulers kind of thing, or Logang or
years
whatever
ago.
it was?
Like
I mean
like
that
almost 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
That was back in like freshman year of high school. That was like 5 years ago.
2015.
Anyways,
well,
I don't know. I feel like they're doing the exact same thing.
Like not the exact same thing, but they both have the same goals.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
They just want to they want to continue to be as famous as possible and do things to raise the bar. Whenever somebody looks at like trying to, like when somebody's like, "Oh, I want to be a content creator, I want to be an influencer," I guarantee you they're thinking about Logan Paul or Jake Paul when they talk about that, because that's who you think of when you think of an influencer or something. Because
they've definitely done something right.
Yeah, like people are like, "Oh God, I hate them." Like I'm only watching the fight because I want to see so and so get knocked out. That is what they want. They want you to hate them so that you'll come watch that. You'll pay to watch them maybe get knocked out, and they never do.
But the amount of people I've seen, especially being an actual fan of Logan Paul for years, is that people are like, "Wow, this guy." At first, they're like, "This dude is such a douchebag," and then they're like, "I'm actually starting to like this guy." And then you'll see him later on. I've seen comments of the same people. Like now they're fans.
Yeah,
and it's like, dude, it just takes fans. Time. But Logan also went from being a shithead and got way too involved, hence the forest situation. But he learned, got older. Mind you, when he made that mistake, he was 22 years old. All of us, which fucking Chris isn't even there yet, I don't think, right?
No.
What was the
You're not
question?
even close to 22. So it's like, dude, the amount of mistakes that you could make at a young age and still like fix it. And Jake's or Logan's I think a year younger than me. He's like 26 or 20.
I've watched videos where they talk about the forest situation and they're like, he knew what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Okay, but
Here's the thing.
Hold on. We were talking about Jake Paul and Lil Nas, not Logan Paul. I want to get back to that.
Well,
point.
yeah,
That's what we were talking about originally.
We're talking about Logan Paul and Jake Paul all together, like together.
My sole argument for that whole situation is very simple. He was vlogging every single day of his life.
Mm-hmm.
He was literally the biggest entertainer on YouTube at the time. Still is one of the biggest. And he was 22 years old. And he made a poor lapse in judgment and was filming his everyday life because he uploaded every day. And that, yes, that happened in his life. Should he have shown the dead body in the video? Of course not. Should he have shown everything else? Sure. There's a million suicide. Well,
It's
bleep
fine,
it out
yeah.
if you need to. Forest videos out there.
Yes.
Tons of investigation videos, paranormal, people that just go there as part of a vlog. Tons of
Yes.
people have done it.
But have you seen the behind the scenes of him filming his vlogs?
Yeah.
So he'll be like, hey, film this. He made the conscious decision to tell them to turn the camera on and start filming that, and he was laughing and joking about it.
Well, and he could have cut it out of the video.
Yeah, he knew what he
made
was
a poor
doing.
lapse
He
in
made a very,
judgment.
like, there was
And the
several
laughing
times
thing,
where
the
I get,
laughing thing you have to take super lightly because that is a reaction that some people have.
I understand
just-
that, but
it's not a menacing thing.
there was
It's not-
still several people that all that went through that were like, hey, you sure you want to use this? And he's like, yeah. He was the one who had final say, and he chose to do
paid
that.
for it though. He paid for it, and he.
I get what you're saying. He got backlash, but
and he recovered.
everybody was talking about him, and I think that's what he wanted, and he got that. Logan and
I
Jake
could
Paul
tell
are
that
the
definitely
masters of
affected him.
using drama, anything to further their careers.
Yeah. I mean, gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. If that's the way you want to go about it. You know, as a creator. You know, I would not want people to dislike me. You know, as a creator, I would like to just be my genuine self.
If my goal is to get people to want to watch me get knocked out, then yeah, I would want them to hate me.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, it's
Yeah,
not like
Jake's
it's
in
not
a-
like they
Jake's in that
started boxing
situation for
last
sure.
year. They've been doing boxing stuff for a while.
Jake's on, like 4 years consecutively now.
When was the KSI fight? How long ago was that?
2 or 3 years ago. Now,
I think I
because
was still in high school when it
2018.
happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Because it was before COVID and all that.
Mhm.
Pretty sure.
Yes,
Either
yeah.
2018 or 2019.
I mean, let's look it up.
Like, don't get me wrong. I admire what they do. But I also think of it from a content creator standpoint. Like, what are they?
2018.
What's the underlying goal here?
Mhm.
You know, and every time they've been in the news for something controversial, it seems like they wanted that in some way or another.
Well, I mean,
Because it got
you're
them
gonna
out
take
there in front of
good
more
and
people.
bad publicity.
Well, that's the
once
thing.
you're
Is like
at somebody
I've
that's at
seen
that point.
both of them say there's no such thing as bad publicity. I've seen both of them say it.
Well, yeah, essentially they're right though, because it furthers whatever they're trying to do. You know, people are, like you said, people are talking about them. People are
Yeah.
doing whatever. You know, I personally, as like I said, being a fan of Logan's more so than Jake's. I'm not really a fan of Jake. I don't mind him as much as other people that hate him and whatever. I don't mind him.
Yeah. I definitely think Logan's
is somebody that I like because he is smart. He's actually very
they're
intelligent.
both smart.
And Jake's intelligent in his own way. I just like Logan from a more mature aspect of it.
Well, he's the older
And he
one,
handles
right? What's their
yeah,
age
and he
difference?
2 years, I think.
2 years.
2 or 3.
Only two?
And he, he just I don't know. He just does everything for the most part since that happened the right way. You know,
Yeah.
he's very intelligent with how he goes about everything.
I don't
And
know.
he doesn't even really make YouTube videos anymore. He runs his the membership thing, which I think is smart. And
Membership thing, what do you mean?
Like
You pay
Patreon,
$20 a
right?
month. Yeah, essentially, but it's called the Maverick Club, which Full Send does it too. The Nelk Boys, a lot of people are starting to do it because it makes sense. Because a lot of these guys don't get paid shit from YouTube because YouTube's so watered down and just not watered down, but just
It's very
Super
easy to get
saturated.
demonetized.
Oh,
yeah,
that's also true. Yeah.
very
yeah.
sensitive and
It's really hard for podcasts on YouTube because, like, you know, like you see us doing, like trying to avoid words and stuff. They have to do that.
yeah, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
definitely I feel like from Logan stuff, like from stuff that I've watched to Logan, I've definitely learned more about content creation than I have from Jake. But I think Jake has embraced the whole idea that he's the younger brother, he's the more immature one. And at a certain point, if he wants to be taken more seriously, he's gonna have to move past that. And Logan's already done that.
I don't think Jake will ever realistically be able to recover as like Logan has, because Jake is just known as the shithead.
Yeah.
And he's played the role for so long now that it's like, I don't know if people are going to be like, because like then people could be like, oh, he's fronting because he's, for the case. Like if he automatically became this like super nice guy and whatever, which is probably how he is in his normal everyday life. He's probably not an asshole,
Oh, hold on.
don't know.
Didn't Jake Paul is Jake Paul financial freedom movement? Didn't he make a course about how to get rich?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, years ago.
I mean, the page is still up, and
Yeah, but he doesn't upload on it.
Well, then take the page down because people are probably still paying for this thing, dude.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely think that there's there's people are different, you know, like some people do things with the goal in mind of making a lot of money. For me, like when I look at acting, like I mean, I would be in something with big actors that I respect and want to work with for free. You know what I mean? Like I would be like, hey, like I want to be in this movie, and you don't even have to pay me. You know what I mean? Because I'm passionate about it, and I want to work with those people. I want to be doing those things, and like I mean, anybody can say that, but
too. It shows that
I feel like that's just
the craft.
That's just one of the benefits of pursuing something with passion, though. You know, like passion shows. But like you look at Logan and Jake, and not just them, but other influencers. I mean, you see them making courses, doing all this stuff. It's because they're trying to make some money, and like I definitely think that people that flaunt money as well, like they're always going to have a certain what do you want to call it, public opinion about them, you know? And I feel like Jake and Logan are just they're known as like those guys who just they're always, you know, making big money moves and stuff. So
the people that are constantly flexing definitely gets old. I've seen a ton of YouTubers do that stuff, and it's like, dude, you're flexing on an audience that like is never gonna know what that's like. They can't relate. Like, so you're just like flexing on these guys that
like
got you to where you are. Yeah, I don't like Racecum.
No one likes Racecum.
Yeah. But he's had a lot of controversial shit.
Oh yeah, dude.
So okay, he's actually from what I know, he's pretty much a big piece of shit.
Ricegum is like the other side of the coin where he pushed a little too hard, and now people don't like him. Like that was the point where bad publicity was a thing for him. Like
well, I think he like I said, he did some pretty like shady shit. I think he was one of the ones that did the shady shit with the crypto for kids or whatever. There's something
I think you're right.
about that.
Yeah.
And he's always been a shithead because his whole career was dissing fucking people. Like, that was his whole thing.
He fell off after iDubbbz did a content cop on him, right?
He's definitely fallen
by the way,
he's
that was irrelevant. A great video.
What happened to iDubbbz?
He still...
I know he still makes videos here and there, but...
so after the whole like Leafy thing ended and Filthy Frank stopped posting and became a musician, I think iDubbbz like stopped being popular. I mean, to be fair, he stopped posting for 5 months at one point.
Yeah.
Even Max Mofo, who was in that same sort of like group, he's doing his own thing, but I don't hear about them very much anymore. iDubbbz though, I feel like I don't know what's going on with him really. He gets views still. He gets views.
Still gets views. I don't know.
But, I mean,
How much does a million view video make?
I want to say they average it depends. For YouTube,
Depends on the
Yeah,
length,
like what's
right?
the average?
well, there's a
Uh,
difference with YouTube. If you're in the Google Preferred program, you make even more money.
How do
If
you-
you're
How do you know
just
if
a
Google
regular,
preferred?
because I've heard that's all Logan Paul and a lot of the big like Mr. Beast, all of them talk about that. Like Mr. Beast is in Google Preferred because he's family friendly content. And so that's why, like, if you ever notice, like, it is pretty insane how much money Mr. Beast makes. He makes way more than the average YouTuber.
for me, I'm seeing about
Now,
like
granted, it's
$4,000.
because he does like a
Anywhere
bajillion
it says anywhere from
Be anywhere from-
$3,400 to $40,000, depending on
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
but
of factors.
it says the average amount YouTubers make per 1 million views usually falls between 2,000 and 4,000.
yeah.
However, the pay rate varies dramatically depending on engagement, type of content, and other revenue streams.
I've seen
So
some
it-
YouTubers make like 7-8 grand though too
Yeah,
per million.
yeah,
it just depends.
definitely.
Like Roman what I think's talked about at one point.
You also have to remember
FoozyTube did.
ads. If there's ads
Like-
in the video, like or not ads, like sponsorships. Excuse me. So like if
Oh yeah.
Oh,
if someone
yeah,
was
those
like
are
Raid Shadow Legends, and
Yep.
you know, like they're gonna get paid more for that as well. So
Dude,
like,
there's so many
yeah.
ways to monetize your stuff. I
Yeah.
sent it over to you, Danny, in a text today. The way to do like that company. There's a company out there that offers, they'll pay people that for like lesser known artists, especially for like TikToks, to use their music in your videos
Yeah.
on TikTok, and they will pay you a certain amount of money because you're using it's like a way to promote, and they know with the following and how social media is, especially for 15 seconds to 30-second TikTok, and they're like, dang, what's this song? This is kind of catchy or whatever. That's a little investment for a smaller artist to grow
Yeah.
their music and fan base.
I think
So
I
I
saw
thought that
that
was
TikTok
genius.
before. How much do they like pay you to do
Some
that?
of them were paying out from three up to 350. Some were like 550. It all
Just to use their song.
She
huh?
showed that it all. Yep, and that girl's legit because that's what I think she went to school for or something like that, or like she's just very well known in how to monetize. Like that's what she does for a living, is helping other people monetize to their max capacity to make money. Like even if you have an account of like 10,000 followers, she was saying you should be making like $3 to $4 grand a month. If
God
you
damn, I
monetize
gotta get on
everything.
this shit.
She's
so-
like, you need to know how to monetize everything
Yeah.
properly. All these websites, and that's the thing. Most influencers, she was like, she had made a video the one day. She goes, I've worked with an influencer on Instagram who had over like 1 million followers, and they've never made like any money off their following. And she's like, you gotta be kidding me. Like they just don't. Some people just don't know what to do, which not that I know everything either. So that's why I'm following her. I'm learning and stuff too. But like she flipped them around and now they make so much money. It's sickening
Yeah, I'm gonna
just from their following.
I'm gonna have to look at that for
company-
sure.
Pay for
I-
that following.
I know this isn't
Yeah.
relevant, but so there's a civilian crew for SpaceX that's actually like launching today. Like as of right now, they're getting ready to launch.
Damn, Genie,
so-
don't miss your ride, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Uh-oh.
You see, that's where Genie was the past.
I was
couple
supposed to
days. He
be
was
here.
preparing. Yeah, but that's
wait.
pretty cool.
I was where the last couple days?
Getting ready to
Go
on
to
the rocket,
space.
bro. Yeah, you're training
Well,
and stuff, dude.
Yeah, something
Doing the
like
simulations in the pool.
Okay,
that. Wish life was that simple.
I got
Dude.
something.
Yes.
All right. Would you rather?
Oh Jesus!
Would-
Oh
would-
no!
Would you rather have like a multi-million-dollar house wherever you want, okay? But you have to literally drive a car that might not start sometimes, like it's not reliable. Or you have whatever car you want, but you're stuck in like a really low-income house.
Okay,
Anywhere you want, still.
definitely the
Anywhere
first
you
one.
want.
Definitely the first one.
The first one.
Because
the first one.
this is the stupidest question you've ever asked. Wanna know why?
Because you'll
Sell
live in your
the
car.
house.
You can't sell it.
Okay.
You
then
can't.
that's-
This
dude.
isn't a loophole question. This is a one or the other. You got to pick.
Okay, so then I don't own the house.
No, you own the house. You own the car. But do you want the nice car? Or do you want the nice house?
Okay, I don't need a house that's multi-million. No, I don't need a multi-million-dollar house though. That's the thing.
Okay. You need
So
a
I
multi-million dollar
would,
car.
I would take the house and then sell it.
You can't sell it though. I'm saying
Then
that you're
that
stuck
makes
with
no
this.
sense, though.
You're
That's not
stuck with.
realistic.
It's not. It's a question. It's a what if.
This is no, because then okay, if I can't sell the house, then
I say what it is. It's a
if
what
I
if. It's
can't
a what
sell
if.
the house,
you
I
don't
don't
get to
own it.
loophole it, bro. I said
Dude.
you either pick the nice
Dude.
house or the nice car.
Okay,
This
if
isn't
I
rocket
can't
science.
sell the house, it means I don't own it, so it's not my house. So this question is stupid.
Listen to me. I said you own the house. You own the car, numbnuts. Where did I say you don't own the house?
Because you said I can't sell the house.
You can't sell
If
the
I
car or the
own-
house. They're yours.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
are stuck with them.
If it's mine, I can
You
do
are
whatever I want.
stuck
I'm going to
with
sell
them.
it.
You can't sell them. I'm saying if you have to choose one or the
okay,
other, what are you
so
choosing?
I'm going to live in that house and die and reincarnate as somebody who will take over the house and then sell it.
Makes a lot of sense, Chris.
Well, it makes more sense than owning a house and not being able to sell it.
Dude, with the way you think, you're gonna get reincarnated as a bug. You're gonna be driving no
at least I don't
car,
have to drive
living
a
in a
freaking
house.
car to some place. Why am I? What? Oh my god, dude!
Kyle, what are you choosing?
I'm selling the house, bro.
Can't sell the house.
I'm selling the
The
house.
first one.
Chris has failed to understand the question. Okay, so you're
I would
choosing the
rather
house,
have a nice house. Yep.
Genie.
First one, easily. The house is just the,
So
the
you
better
guys-
thing.
You guys have to understand. Like, you got a
So
nice
just
You have to
house.
understand that you
Mobile home.
can't sell the house.
I'll just
Yeah.
get a car that can, a house that can drive, and because it'd be multi-million dollars. So
A mobile home. Combine them both.
Yeah.
Get a
He
mobile
said it was
home.
multi-million dollars.
A multi-million dollar
RV.
Winnebago.
And then
I-
I'll sell it with Chris.
You have to understand though, guys. Like, you might have to
Wait,
take an
wait,
Uber
wait,
everywhere
wait.
because the car might not
Loophole.
start.
Loophole. Okay. So I can't sell the house, right? But I can. Can I give Genie the house and
No,
then he sells it?
no.
Yo, yeah.
Genie,
and
you want
I'll
a
take
house, bro?
you
Oh
out
my
in the
goodness.
car. Hey, that works.
Big brain, get lawyered. I'm selling the house.
You can't sell the house.
Okay, then I don't own the house if I
Chris-
can't sell it.
Chris is gonna have. He's gonna have the nice house, the shitty car, and then be stuck spending all his other money with a lawyer trying to find a loophole to something that he can't.
Okay. Here's
You're
the thing.
stuck
though.
with the house.
If I own the house and can't sell it,
I
that
didn't-
means I
I
don't
didn't
actually
say-
own the house.
I said you either have a nice house or you have a nice car. I didn't say anything about
Okay,
owning,
okay.
selling,
I
renting,
choose
nothing.
to have the nice house and then
Okay.
to sell the nice
You
house.
can't sell the house.
Why?
Because you're stuck in either one. Like I said, you're overthinking this. It's not a hypothetical question. Like this, it is a
Okay,
hypothetical
okay.
question.
How about
But
this? How
it's-
about this? How about this? Okay. How about I just get a job that doesn't require me to drive to work?
That's fine. So you got the nice house.
That's why I picked the first one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I already
this
have a
question
job where I
sucks,
don't
dude.
have to
This question sucks, man. How about you want a better question? You want a better question? Okay. So you have two options, all right? Either you drink this green bottle, okay, that has a label that says Mountain Dew, but it's actually pee, okay? Or you drink Mountain Dew out of a toilet.
Okay, guys. So what I think what we've
We'll see you
learned
next
here.
week.
I think what we've learned here is
That's
that
all for this episode.
my brother is obsessed with bodily fluids. Is all I've learned doing this podcast with him. He's always got questions about poop, chocolate, pee, stuff, all kinds of stuff like that. So-
Chocolate is a bodily fluid.
You're well, okay. Do I? Look, Chris says some smooth brain stuff. Okay, and like the last question.
Oh, I'm the smooth brain.
The last
because
question
apparently
was, do you want chocolate or
can't
poop?
Own a house and be able to sell it somehow. Whatever, dude.
Okay.
I'm selling the house.
Not only is he obsessed with bodily fluids, but he's a fun sucker. He literally sucks off the fun. He just sucks it away, dude. You can't ask a fun question. He just sucks it off.
Why are you gonna make this weird?
You're the one who made it weird. You're talking about
You're the
Mountain
one who
Dew
made
and
it weird.
piss.
Tell me to suck it off, you weirdo.
Mountain Dew and piss, Chris.
Okay. And you know what?
What are you,
Okay,
10?
I bet this question is gonna take longer. Okay. I bet this question is gonna take longer. Okay. Let me add a little spice to it. All right. Let me add a little spice to it. Okay. The pee tastes like Mountain Dew. The Mountain Dew tastes like pee. What are you gonna do?
It is just like your chocolate and poop question. It's the same
It's
thing.
exactly like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
It's
I said,
exactly
you're
like that.
obsessed with bodily fluids.
Okay.
Grow up.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Chris is gonna be reincarnated as a stink bug.
I'm not crazy about Peter Pan, but I do think his motto about like the no growing up thing is really, there's something there about it that I always kind of like resonated with.
Okay, so are you
Yeah.
guys gonna answer my question or what?
No, nobody wants to talk about Mountain Dew and piss.
Genie?
Well,
I have
we can
a
have
question.
a bodily fluid special next week if you guys are.
Are you guys
I'm
going
down.
to any concerts this year
No,
or
not
festivals?
this
No.
year. No,
I don't go
no.
to concerts.
I almost
Chris
went to
doesn't go
Megadeth,
outside.
but I didn't.
Yeah.
Missing out, man.
Dude, you know what? I don't wear hats normally, but now that I have no hair, I have to, or else I get a sunburn. And it's
Dude.
changed my entire outlook on life.
I went
Yeah.
to the beach
Damn.
last Monday, as
Being-
you guys knew from the last episode, and I got fried. That's why I wear a hat, though. So I just like. don't
Yeah, I
gotta
have this
worry
little
about it.
Samsung hat I got from when I was working at Best Buy, and I've kept it ever since. And it came in handy, came in clutch. So I'm assuming Genie's taking the Mountain Dew.
Well,
he froze.
what?
Okay,
I'm
no,
frozen?
No, you're good now.
No,
you're
you're
good.
good. You're good.
No, you're good. You're good.
What about?
Okay, what if it wasn't in a toilet, but it was in a bottle? So one of them's labeled pee, one of them's labeled Mountain Dew.
Okay. I would probably do the bottle, yeah, and I would probably. So one of them tastes like Mountain Dew, but it's pee, and then the
Yeah.
other is, but it's but it tastes like Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
I'm. Yeah, same story with the shit. I think I would. Well, I wouldn't eat the shit. I would drink the pee. That tastes like Mountain Dew.
Well, you know what? Because we talked about it before. Isn't eating poop? Wasn't it mildly toxic or something like that?
If you eat poop, won't you get E. coli?
Well, not if it's your own poop.
Okay, so
Hold on.
now it's your own poop. So
Well,
you
no,
had to make the
hold on.
conscious decision to order chocolate that tastes like poop, and then poop, and then sit there and think about which one you want to
Hold on.
eat.
Hold on. Is eating poop bad for you? Let me see what it says. Yeah, it says eating
Yes,
poop.
bad for you. What the fuck?
No, it says according to the Illinois Poison Center, eating poop is minimally toxic.
Chris, I don't want to know like what kind of ads you get on your
What?
fucking
Like
shit.
I'm over here like browsing like
what kind of?
I'm on websites and like G Fuel ads are popping up. Chris has just got ads for like poop flavored chocolate.
Hey man, you know what? That's what
It's
happens
like
when you read the literature, bro. When you stay informed, you get ads like that all the time, bro.
E. coli supplements and
says,
shit, or like
Poop naturally contains the bacteria commonly found in intestines. While these bacteria don't harm you when they're in your intestines, they're not meant to be ingested in your mouth.
Oh, dude.
Now, pee on the other hand isn't it sterile? You say?
Yes.
Well,
But it depends on a lot of factors as well, though. Because like if you're super dehydrated, then whatever's in your pee is like literally just bad stuff. Whereas if you're super hydrated, it's almost completely water because your body's just trying to get it out. So, like,
Oh Jesus! Hold on. What happens if you eat poop? Effects in children and more.
Well,
I'm
children-
exiting out of this tab.
I
This
mean,
is gross.
I know that. I remember seeing, I don't know if it was like John and Kate plus 8 or something like that, but like one of the kids got in trouble for like playing with his poop. Like there's definitely like an age where kids are just like, I don't know what's going on in their head, but like one of the pilots that I worked with in the Coast Guard, he was talking about how his kid was like, he was like his two sons were like in the bath, super young, right? And like the one kid is like laughing and he comes in and he was pooping in his hand and then like throwing it in the toilet from the tub. Like little kids, man, you
Dude,
can't
Kobe'd
trust
it?
them. Yeah, he was straight up, yeah.
Kobeing turds in the toilet, bro.
He was hitting bank
Hey, man,
shots.
That is
with
a
his
future
turds.
NBA superstar right there, bro. I'm just saying, dude, he's gonna go places, and hopefully, it's not a bathtub where you can throw poop in the toilet.
So I could definitely see how a parent is like looking up like, is poop bad for you because their kid just decided to go in for a bite.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
gross.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think I was ever at a stage where I was like playing with poop.
What? Isn't that what movie
Yeah,
was
I don't
it?
think I ever did that either.
I don't know because I don't. Oh, I gotta mention, I got into an argument on TikTok,
boy.
just with TikTok people in general, because
Uh-huh.
I said, so they were like, on 9/11, 20th anniversary, it's like all anybody was talking about.
Yep.
And everybody's like, where were you when it happened, And so I posted and said that I was in kindergarten, and that I remember coming home from kindergarten, and Tom and Jerry wasn't on, which is what I usually watched when I got home from kindergarten. Kindergarten was half days, right? So I got home at like 11:30 noon. I would eat my lunch and watch Tom and Jerry. Well, that day it wasn't on, so I remember my show not being on, and my mom crying because of what was going on the news. And
Right.
they insisted that it was impossible for me to remember that.
That's just dumb. That's just dumb.
They said I was lying, and there was no way that I could remember something like that. That it was like you
Okay,
can't
you were
remember
5
intricate
years
details.
old.
I was 5 years old, and I remembered my
Yeah.
show not being on and my mom crying. That's all I remember. I
Yeah,
don't
and here's
remember
the thing.
anything else from that moment.
Here's the thing.
Right.
As a
You
kid,
can
when you see an
remember very
adult
simple
crying,
details.
yeah, when if you're a kid and you see an adult crying, usually that sticks in your head because that's not
Yeah.
supposed to happen very often. It's
Yeah.
a big
Yeah,
deal.
or like a plane crashing through 2 buildings. That's
Yeah.
also
That part you might not understand as much, but you
Yeah.
understand that your mom is crying.
But they were
Yeah, that's
the
true.
guy was like, "There's no way, dude. Stop lying. Like you can't remember intricate details like that." And I was like, "What intricate details did I mention, dude? It's not like I was describing what my mom was wearing." when
I
it
was eating
happened."
Captain Crunch. The bowl was half full.
Yeah.
and I had poop in my pants. Like what? You weren't
I just-
picking random details. Like
I don't know, but like to me, it was also disrespectful to like the other people who were saying that they remembered the same type of stuff because they were around the same
Yeah.
age. And I was like, dude, that's disrespectful, man. There's people in the comments that are saying that they had family that was there, or they were, firefighters trying to get people out and stuff like that. And like for you to just come on here and be like, you're lying, you're full of shit, you can't remember that. Like you're just trying to fit in with the what they say, like Gen Z or something like that, or millennials instead of Gen. I can't remember what
Millennials.
they were
Millennials,
saying that
yeah.
I was trying to fit in with the generation before me by talking about it that way.
Well, the thing is, because I had people asking me, and I was like, dude, I wasn't even born yet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And it was funny. Everybody's like, I was in my dad's nutsack, and I'm like, obviously they're too young to understand that that's not how
You're supposed to-
it works. Because like there literally, it is a miracle that any one of us is sitting here. Like it was literally like a 1 in a billion gazillion chance that you were the sperm who made it to the egg. You know what I mean? Like and like
Mhm.
what?
Oh.
How long is
How
long-
I accomplished something.
how
Nice.
long is a sperm cell even like a thing? Like what is the lifespan of a sperm cell?
It
I don't
depends.
think it's long unless
It's
it
not
gets
long at
put in the
all.
freezer.
It depends.
Unless they freeze
and
it.
and the longer that they are, I'm just like, let's just say in the human body, like in the nuts,
Yeah.
in the testicles, how long does a sperm cell last? Because
Well, I
I'm pretty
think
sure the longer it lasts, like the less likely it is to even make it to the egg.
I think it depends on a few factors.
Yeah.
One of those things being
A lot of it's
like, for
physical
example,
health and stuff
if
too.
you get into a hot tub, say goodbye to all your kids because like they're all dying right there. Okay, not forever. I'm just saying like
I'm looking it up. Keep going.
in health
But what
class.
about
What?
the people that fornicate in the hot tub?
I thought the same thing. I was in health class, but I was
Which
too
is
afraid to ask the question.
disgusting.
Well, hold on, okay?
Yeah.
Because it's actually a very good question. Because
Fucking
the thing
gross.
is, can you get pregnant if you're in a hot tub?
No,
Well, not us.
Probably.
Yeah. Well,
I
no,
would-
because that temperature
it's
kills
too hot.
sperm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. No.
That was a
So-
huge myth. I think. I mean, I don't know how long it's been a myth, but that's been a myth that people are like, oh, you probably got pregnant because you guys did it in the hot tub. Like they somehow made it, and it's like, no,
Mhm.
that's not how it works.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
so after ejaculation, they can live up to 5 days,
but that's after.
but that's if they're actually like in the woman trying to make it to the egg. So it could take it could take up to 5 days for them to
And
reach
it has
the
to be
egg.
healthy sperm too. There's a
Yeah.
difference
So
there as
how
well.
long does a sperm cell live in the testicles? Is what we're asking.
And I mean,
It's
once
very
again,
educational.
It depends on a bunch of
Whoa!
factors. What?
A sperm cell can remain alive in a man's body for up to 74 days.
Dang, dude.
Dang.
After this, the sperm cell dies and is reabsorbed by the body.
Bro, that's like that. It's like that soul absorption enchantment from Skyrim.
Dude, that is nuts, dude.
The soul absorption.
That is nuts.
Yeah, you put it through like one of the soul crystals, bro. It's sick.
That is actually pretty wild. Yeah, they can live inside the female body for around 5 days.
Well, the thing is that like I'm sure it depends on what temperature the
How
environment
long
you're
does
in
sperm
is.
live in a hot tub?
Oh,
The sperm cannot survive for longer than a few seconds while being exposed to not only the chemicals in the hot tub but the hot water.
no. But
Okay.
that's saying if you were to like go off in the hot tub.
That's what it's
like,
saying. Yeah, like
Yeah, but I'm saying like if you're just sitting in a hot tub.
Oh, you're
What?
saying like in your body?
Yeah,
I think there's a lot of
Because-
factors to that.
because
Like it
okay.
depends on what you're wearing and all kinds of stuff.
If Chini, what the heck are you doing? Okay, if you're not aware, the reason why is your nutsack, okay, will drop or get closer to your body depending
Yes.
on
To maintain
okay?
temperature, yes.
correct, okay? And so if you're in a hot tub, it's well above whatever temperature your nuts
And
are
your
supposed
nuts
to
are
be
like
at.
dragging against the bottom of the hot tub, trying to get away.
It's not working. Like, yeah, dude. I like.
Dude, like
That's-
it's
yeah.
it's funny. Well, I mean, it's weird. I like how this is what happens when 4 dudes do a podcast. This is the type of shit we talk about. When I was on the swim team, and like in Arizona, like they swim year round, right? And they wait till like the last possible like safety limit to be like, okay, we have to turn the heaters on the pool. Like it's too cold. It's too cold. Like people are gonna get hypothermia. So like we'd be swimming in like November, December, and like the pool is cold as hell. So like you jump in. I remember this one guy was like, dude, my wiener just went inside my body. Because it was so cold, dude. God,
Just
I,
retracted like a lightsaber. Dude.
That's a human moment. Though. That's a human.
oh man.
What do you guys think about those licks? You guys seen those licks?
I still don't
TikToks?
know what that is. What can
What
somebody
are
explain?
the licks?
Like
What are
the
the licks?
devious lick thing, where like you steal
Oh!
something from school.
Dude,
You steal
Dude,
something
I
from
saw-
school?
Yeah, so like
That's-
there's this TikTok trend where it's
Yeah,
like
dude. I saw one, bro. The bathroom was trashed. The soap dispensers had their covers taken off. The stalls were like on the ground. I think one of the toilets was missing. Someone stole a urinal.
they're stealing everything.
Dude, but it's insane. The amount of property damage.
Yeah,
Bathrooms are
insane.
yeah. School
Somebody
bathrooms in general.
stole a microscope.
cool. A microscope. I saw someone
Those
that
are
stole
expensive.
like a locker.
So it's
Yeah, well-
The yearbooks, the diplomas, the fucking.
so when people are talking about devious licks on TikTok, they're also talking about a criminal act. They're stealing school property.
Yes, they are stealing.
Yes, yeah, it's criminal
Yes.
stuff. Yeah,
God, dude. This is like some Tide Pod level shit, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Those are the
yeah,
new Tide
it is on the
Pods.
Tide
Yeah.
Pod. One guy was like, "Ooh, I stole the school bus or some shit." Or like,
I saw that.
He's just driving the school
yeah.
bus.
Well, no, dude. I
Yeah.
heard the SWAT team got called on a school because some guy broke into the school because he stole the principal's keys or something, or a teacher's keys or something. But he broke into the school.
Yeah.
Maybe I should try to distance myself from this generation, dude. Dude, speaking of school bathrooms, though, that was definitely like school bathrooms. Does like that?
They had a
Those are
smell
like
to them.
those are like the Wild West of the school.
They-
Like you go you go to school.
So-
And the bathroom was like I always was like, I just gonna come in here, do my business, get out. Because every time I go in there, I see some weird shit. Like I remember one time, like you know, there's a dude taking a dump in the urinal, or there's somebody trying to pee in the sink, or somebody's freaking sticking like they take like toilet paper, wet it, and like throw it at the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude, that was yeah.
You ever seen somebody
We're
stick a glue stick
notorious
to the
for doing
ceiling?
that.
Yeah, there was a thing for a while. People would get glue sticks, take the cap off. Like they would unsheath it all the way. I guess I don't know what the proper word is for it. and they would just throw it, and it would get stuck to the ceiling.
I mean, I know the
And it would just
pencils.
stay there. The pencils as well, yeah.
Yeah, depending on what type of ceiling it is, like the standard school type ceiling, people would always throw pencils, and they would get
Yeah.
stuck.
I definitely hated the days when I had to shit at school,
Yeah, that's
and you were always worried if somebody was gonna fuck with you while you're trying to take a shit.
dude.
Yeah,
I
dude.
remember I was in the
Especially, yeah.
I was peeing one
Hated
time
it.
and I look over and these guys are like laughing and they take the trash can and they just dump it on their friend while he's taking a shit. I'm just like, bro.
Have you seen that video
Like,
of that
come on,
dude?
man.
I think he's like asleep on the toilet and they just take a trash can, throw it over the stall, like right in
Like,
his head, bro.
Totally hit him in the head with the trash can. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No, they literally just dumped the trash on him.
That's so funny.
And like, okay, I was on the band team. I was in school
You were in
band, right?
band.
I was in the
Yeah.
marching band, and we would travel a lot, right, for like contests or what do you call them? Competitions and stuff. You know?
Yeah, competitions.
There was one time we stopped at this big rival school, and they were like super uptight, preppy type school, and the drum line, right, the drummers. The drummers were the percussion people were always like the craziest. They would always do the wildest shit. Well, they thought it would be funny to literally all take a dump in one stall and not flush and just leave it for them. And so like I walk into the bathroom and they're laughing and gagging and like everybody's like complaining like, dude, flush it. That's disgusting. You know, like it smells. I'm like covering my nose. I just need to piss and get out. And literally they're like just shitting on top of their shit, just trying to fill the toilet with shit. I'm like, dude, this is the type of stuff. The level of degeneracy, man.
Wait, dude, how tall did it get? Did it get out of the bowl?
I
or
do
what?
not know. I think somebody ended up flushing it because they were like, I just can't do it
Oh.
anymore. Like it was
Dude, all the hard
it's
work,
disgusting,
bro.
dude. That's so nasty.
Dude, okay, we my favorite story is still when it was you and Amanda. You guys found a turd that was like so big it wouldn't
Oh
get flushed
my
down
God.
the toilet.
Yeah,
it kept getting stuck.
So my mom was a teacher at the school I was going to when I was in elementary school, towards the end of elementary school. And I have another story too about elementary school. I don't know how much time we got left, Kyle. What are we doing?
I mean, yeah.
So I
Okay.
was there at school after school all the time until my mom was like done with work and ready to go home. Usually around like 4 or 5, right? And so me and my sister, we would just run around the school and like, you know, get into trouble and stuff. And one time I went to use the bathroom and I opened a stall and there is literally like a log, and I mean like a literal log of a turd in the toilet. And I tried flushing it and it just kept like, it was like somebody ate I don't know what they ate, but it was solid as a rock. Like it was not breaking, it was not going down. And so I'm laughing because I'm like,
Feel bad for their booty hole.
I'm like 10 or 11 years old, right? So I'm like finding this hilarious, and we're bored because we're just waiting to go home, right? And so I tell my sister, I'm like, you gotta see this. And so me and my sister, because nobody's there, you know, like, and we're like friends with the janitor. The janitor's like, hey, what's up, you know? And so me and my sister go in the bathroom and we're just laughing at this massive turd. And that like after like, I don't know, maybe like 20 seconds, because I literally just showed her the turd and we were laughing, and we walk out and this teacher is walking by and she's like, come here. And so like she has to tell, like, you know, that it's not okay to go into the boys' bathroom if you're a girl and all this stuff. And she totally takes us to our mom, and like my mom's like,
rats you out.
my mom she thought it was hilarious after we got home, you know, but like she obviously had to be like,
yeah.
you can't do that, this and that. My mom's just like, of course you two are getting in trouble for going in the bathroom to like I think I tried to explain to the teacher, I was like, no, there's this turd in there. I was just like, I'm like, what? It's ridiculous, you know? But no, she wasn't having it.
Well, see, that's the thing, dude. Okay, I don't know how to propose or how to pose this question. What is the biggest dump you've ever taken? Like one solid turd.
Jesus.
I don't
solid
know,
turd.
man.
I took one. I call them like
Back to the being
California.
obsessed with bodily function.
What?
Well,
The beer shits are definitely like the worst.
Dude.
I'm
That's
talking
tough.
about one solid turd. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Like
remember-
if you eat a bunch of food, like I remember like I'd grab a 6-pack and like a whole pizza, and the poops after that were it took some effort.
Okay,
If you ever get food
Genie's trying to tell a
poisoning?
story. Genie's trying to tell a story.
I do.
Those
I have
ones are
those kind of
horrible.
poops, but those aren't solid. Those are just like straight up like liquid. But
Barf.
Dude,
I
Gross.
had this poop. I call them California poops because they look like the shape of the state of California. It's like that long. And so
they were like the
I had-
bend and everything.
yeah, like it kind of curls.
Wow,
a little, you know
that's
what I mean?
actually interesting.
Welcome to California.
and I just look at it and I'm like, how the fuck did I?
How did that come out
And
of my
then-
butt?
Yeah, but I realize it's always chicken fingers. Every time I have chicken fingers, not canes. It's like as if I ate like a really long chicken finger and it just went.
It just went right through you.
I think the recipe is cheese and then like a lot of like grains. Like so like a pizza, you know, you got all the bread and then just like a shit ton of cheese, especially if it's like stuffed crust.
Pasta always gets me.
Dude,
Pasta, that'll do it.
dude,
Yeah.
because I took a dump once and like it was one of those dumps where you took a picture afterwards, right? And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I
Here,
sent
buddy.
a picture of it too.
okay, it looked like a baby's arm, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude, it was massive, bro.
This is
dude.
this is
dude.
turning into a very this is a degenerate episode right here. We're just talking about some
dude,
nasty
Dude,
stuff.
I was so proud of it though, man. I was like, that came out of me, man. It's like I just gave birth, man. It was awesome. It would no, and the thing is, it wasn't just that one turd. There was like another one, but it was a lot smaller, and so it had a little buddy with it. Like it had a little friend. I was proud of it, man. It was awesome.
I can't
Dude, I've
remember.
had ones where it's like you
Buddy.
question when it's gonna stop.
Oh,
And
Like
you
when
think-
the whole thing's gonna stop. You're like,
So-
damn, is that like my whole intestine tract? Like what the
I'll admit when I go take a dump, I'm usually on my phone, right? So like I'll be sitting there and I'm like, I should probably get out of here. But there's times where I'm like, damn, bro, I'm still pooping. Like there's still a poop coming. Like
Yep.
yeah. Like after the Cheesecake
Yeah.
Factory, for my wife's birthday, that you know the next day, like the next morning, I was on the toilet for a little while.
Genie can relate.
I mean, sometimes like when it's like Cheesecake Factory, sometimes it's like after I pay the bill, I gotta do it in the restaurant.
Well, okay, so there.
Dinner and a movie.
Do you guys have the? Does it happen to you where you're eating like you go to like I don't know, you go to a restaurant like Cheesecake Factory, okay? You're like you get all this food and you're like halfway through it and you're like, oh man, I am full. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, I gotta take a shit. And then you go to the and you come back and it's like you got a second wind and you just start eating the rest.
yeah.
Like your body
Yeah,
was like,
dude.
oh, we're about to make room for the rest of this.
You know what?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's so funny.
didn't you tell me a story? So the food fair, which by the way they stopped doing that.
Oh, dude, the food fair was
after
the
a while back.
best.
But I remember you told me a story where like you were in the bathroom, everyone's getting ready for food fair, and like this dude was taking a dump, and this guy like ran into the stall door, and the guy farted.
Yeah. So I'm in the so food fair was this thing where literally the school would they would buy like a bunch of pizzas from Domino's, a bunch of pizzas from Papa John's, the local taco place, burritos, like all kinds of local food, right? And like just like all kinds of stuff. And they would just charge like they would upcharge it, but the money that they make went towards something. I don't remember if it was like graduation or homecoming dance or whatever, but there was like a goal for it, right? It was like the whole point is that everybody gets to like have all this good food, but it gets towards the school. Like it is a good cause. But like people, like I knew people who skipped school all the time, but they'd be like, oh, not on food fair day, you know, like they're gonna get some food. But I think it was my senior year. I'm in the bathroom, I'm just peeing, and this guy comes in, and he's like, you could tell he's really got to go to the bathroom, and so he's like trying to like open. All the stalls are taken, like all 3 or 4 stalls are taken. He's like pounding on the doors, like I gotta go, man, I'm gonna shit myself. And like but the first when he first came in, he like pushed really hard on one of the stall doors thinking it was going to open, and there was a dude in there, and when he did that he like startled the guy, and the guy was like and the guy's like, oh, sorry dude, and he's like yeah man, I'm in here trying to make room for the food fair, I'm sorry man, like
Oh,
Dude, Dude, I cannot stand my.
Did
One of my
somebody
biggest
just
pet peeves-
fart?
No, somebody's chair when they moved. I think it's Jeannie's chair when he moved.
Okay. That's funny though. If it sounds like a fart, I should take note of that.
One of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody's trying to rush you when you're trying to shit.
Oh,
Drives me
Dude,
fucking nuts.
that's the degenerate
Leave me
behavior right
alone
there, bro. Yeah,
and just let me shit, please. And
No.
I also hate shitting in
That's-
public for that reason. Because
yeah.
I know somebody's probably out there waiting. Dude, I have a story that's like
Dude,
fucking
Let's
one of
hear
these
it.
days, I'm gonna go
rough.
to a SeaWorld and poop in a urinal just to make somebody mad for doing crap like that, man. I'm just saying.
Dude, Poop in a Urinal is my band name on Rock Band, on all the rock bands.
You
that I
told us that. I remember that actually.
That's so
There's
gross.
There's actually a website for a while,
Dude,
there's
because
a website called urinalpoop.com or something like that. People would just post pictures of people taking dumps in urinals.
Urinal poop. Okay.
oh, he's
Something
looking
like
it up.
that.
Well,
Justin Wang did a video on it. You have to
before
look it up.
Kyle tells the story, all I wanted to say is that pooping in a urinal is like it's one of those things that you're just a next level degenerate, bro. Because like
Hey,
it's
no,
it's-
I have an excuse. I have an excuse.
So
there is
punk
no
rock.
excuse
So
to poop in a urinal.
Yes, there's an excuse because I was like 5, okay, and I had never seen a urinal in my life, okay, and I'm like, this is a weird looking toilet, and I took a dump in the urinal. There was no urinal cake, okay, so it just fell into the hole, and I pooped, and nothing went wrong. It was fine.
So
Okay.
you were able to flush it.
Yes.
Okay, what I'm saying is like most times you can't flush it. And like I don't know about you. Okay, this is getting really gross. Yeah, we talked about pooping a lot. Have you ever pooped to the point where all of a sudden the poop is like out of the water and like it smells so bad when it's out of the water, dude? When you poop in a urinal, there's nothing, no water to cover it. You're just smelling
No.
straight shit.
Okay, no, what's worse is when you wipe and you get poop on your hand. What, you never done that before? I know Jeannie has.
When
Jeannie,
we had like that
uh,
single ply toilet paper, yeah, and it like you know
Yeah.
finger like peeks through.
oh, like when you're so like if you're at like some place and they got that cheap ass toilet paper and like your fingers tear through.
Worst.
Okay, I thought you meant like at home, like you're just like, oh man.
Yeah, you're.
Oh,
I hate that toilet paper exists.
Dude,
Never.
this is so gross. Kyle, what's your story?
So, I used to do home security, right? So I was in people's houses installing home security systems. And there was just one day where whatever I ate the day before or whatever was just like not agreeing with me. And one of the hardest jobs that people can have is when you are working all day long and you're out and about and you're not able to go home.
Yeah.
So, and you have to sometimes poop in a customer's house. So, I'm literally like
Oh, fuck.
less than 10 minutes, probably. There's a timer for sure of me shitting myself. So I make a excuse to the customer and say, "Oh, I have the wrong deadbolt color. I need to go to our warehouse down the street and get it." So I hop in my truck. Thank God they didn't like question me or anything. I hop in my truck. I fucking go.
Wait.
I'm-
Just to clarify, you shit yourself?
No, I'm about
Oh,
10
you're
minutes away.
about
There's like
to.
a countdown timer has started, and let me tell you, that timer's very
Bomb has been
accurate.
planted.
So yes, exactly. So I know that if I do not shit within the next, few minutes, I will 100% shit myself as a grown man for the first time in my entire life. So I remembered when I passed before I got to the cul-de-sac that I was in the neighborhood. I remember seeing a McDonald's. And I'm not a huge fan of pooping in public anyways, but I needed to poop. I go in there and I know whatever's about to come out of me is going to be Satan's spawn. So I go in and I'm not kidding you. As I'm making my little toilet paper seat, the fucking door opens. Because it was
to the
obviously
bathroom.
like one that had, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know for a fact this motherfucker's going to have to shit as well. Sure enough, I finally sit down and it also sucks. I don't mind like when it's quiet and nobody's in there. That's when I'm like, all right, full sail, boom. like get it out.
Bombs
But
away.
I'm very much so a nervous pooper. So if somebody's in there and they could hear me because there's no music playing or anything, and in this case, I don't think music was playing in this McDonald's, which I love the ones that do, and I love the Walmarts and everything else that play music. That helps me out.
you tell the cashier, hey, put some death metal on.
Right, something, dude. So I knew that it was
Put
going to
something
be
loud on.
I knew it was going to be a rough one. Whatever was coming out was going to be like diarrhea and whatever else, right? So, and also, mind you,
Gravy
as I am
train.
almost like to the light to make the left to go to the McDonald's, I legit had one point where I almost shit myself. I had to really like
Close call.
clench. Okay, yeah, I'm in the truck and it's jumping up and down, and I'm like, dude.
Oh.
So I let loose, and this dude's just shuffling his feet, waiting. Of course, it's the only stall. It's McDonald's. It's just usually a stall and a urinal. And this dude's shuffling, whatever. And I'm literally in my head thinking, because it smells so bad. It's literally like Satan spawn. I was like, I'm going to have to tell this. I'm going to have to apologize to this guy. I'm going to have to say something to this man when I leave this stall. Like, give it 5 minutes
I'm
or
so
something.
sorry,
I'm
bro.
going to have to say. And I literally was going to look at him and say, I'm sorry for what you're about to walk into. And I just couldn't do it. So I just walked my hands real quick and bolted.
Wait, what?
I just washed my hands really quick and bolted. I didn't say nothing to him.
I would have been like,
passed in,
Well,
dude.
and that
I
dude
wouldn't have said
immediately
anything,
had
bro.
to go in, and I just knew. I knew though.
Well,
The second he walked in, he had to be like, "What the fuck?" Because I've done that. I've walked in before, like after people and I'm like, "Dude, what came out of you?"
Okay.
I
Eat a
knew that was a
vegetable.
moment for me.
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay.
Man,
In my opinion, if there's ever a reason for masks to stay, it's that one reason. That way you can poop anonymously. Okay. Because I'm sorry, I don't want to look somebody in the eyes after I take a dump in a public restroom.
oh
if it's bad.
yeah, you can't really know.
Dude,
that's
now
somewhat
that I-
helpful. Yeah.
Now that I know that like some people notice me when I'm in public, whenever I go to the bathroom, I'm like super self-conscious about it. I'm like, dude, somebody's gonna like, hey, it's Danny Dorito.
You're
Right after I
Danny
just took a-
Dorito, you're just taking a
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
right
I'd be
next
like,
to this-
right after I just like gave birth to Rosemary's baby right there, and
You're just playing battle shits in the stall next to you, but I know you. Oh man.
oh,
Oh,
dude,
Okay,
it
wait, what-
is literally the
what's-
worst.
no,
I try
what's
so
more
hard
awkward?
to like
What's
just
more
wait
awkward?
until it's quiet.
What's more awkward? Okay. Pooping in a bathroom where there's like 4 other people, people going to the bathroom, like you peeing, someone else in the other stall, right? Or no. Okay, yeah, actually that's fine. So with multiple people in there, right? And so you're pooping and everybody else is just minding their own business, right? Or when it's just you and one other person, you guys are like co-op pooping. So like when the person's in the stall right next to you, you guys are just taking a dump right next to each other. Is that more awkward or less awkward?
I wait for that other dude to start, and then I'm like, all right, cool.
You gotta give you the green light.
I judge it pretty much off their shit because I'm like, okay, if he's like full sail and he's not like me who's trying to wait, if he's just like, I don't give a fuck, because there's
Yeah.
a lot of people that just don't care. I'm like, fuck yes, all right, boom, let it go.
yeah, like I've
Because
had
like you just dropped a fucking atomic bomb in there, and mine's probably not going to be that. That's not how I'm feeling. today.
there's been times
So-
where I'm
Drop
trying to
Castle
take a
Bravo on
dump
the toilet.
at a public bathroom, and like somebody comes in, and I'm like right away, I'm like, oh, like like I get what you
I
mean, you get
immediately
nervous.
get stressed out.
And like you get
Immediately.
stressed out, but I've had that happen where I'm like, oh, like I'm trying to like be like quiet and discreet about it, and then they just
Yeah.
like run into the stall
Let
and
a
just
bomb
batten
off.
down the hatches. They just
Yep. Oh, dude, I've had people that are definitely like in that situation where I was, where like if they didn't shit right then, they were going to shit themselves. I've had people run into a stall and just like just let it all go, dude. And you're like,
What was that
"Whoa."
sound?
dude,
What was that sound?
you know what I hate? I hate when I like it. I swear it always happens when I go to the movies. Maybe it's because we go to the
Oh,
movies early now because the little man is at school and that's like an opportunity that I have to pay for a babysitter. But you go to you go to the movies early and it's always like the elderly people that go that early, right? Because the early bird
for
special
sure.
and all that stuff. Dude, every time I've gone into a bathroom, I'm like standing there peeing at the urinal and this old guy comes in and just like, ugh.
Oh, or that too.
At the like just at the urinal, like just no fucks, dude. He just starts
Oh,
farting,
yeah.
letting it rip. Paw Patrol,
Oh,
dude. Or like,
I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa, we'd be in the grocery store and in line, he would just fucking let it go. And I'm a kid.
What a
I-
Chad, bro.
Oh, dude, my grandpa was one of the greatest men to ever live.
Wow.
And he just did that one day, and he goes, and sometimes I feel like they just can't control it once you get to a certain point. And I looked at the cashier, I looked at my grandpa, and I was like, Grandpa. He goes, what? So
after you, once you get to the age where you're like, I could die any day, you just stop giving a fuck, dude.
You don't. I honestly can't wait till that point just to not. I want to know what that feeling is, because for most of my life, I've given a fuck of everything, right? And like what we think of other people, blah blah blah. I can't wait to get to the point of being old where I don't give a flying shit about anyone or anything, to where I could just.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Once I hit
fart in public, I'm not gonna care.
If I live to be 80, like if I live that long, which I mean at this point, like life expectancy is starting to go up, right? I feel like once I get to that age, because like I definitely care about like what I eat and like staying in shape and stuff, because obviously people who do that their whole life, they live longer and all that stuff. But there's got to be a certain point where you're just like, I'm just gonna eat my fat ass to death, dude. And you just like stop caring, dude. You just eat but that's the thing though, is when you get that old, all of a sudden your body can't like handle that type of food as much anymore.
No,
well, that's the thing.
I'm 28.
So,
I'm
gonna be washing down Little Caesars with prune juice,
dude. I think what we need. Okay, so there's kind of going from that point. We need to make a food that we can simulate the texture and the flavor of other things, but it'll still be like just as it'll have the nutrition that you need to keep you healthy. Okay. We need that so bad.
Okay, here's a question. How much would you pay for a pill that you could take once a day that would allow you to eat like an extra 1,000 calories a day and not gain any weight? Like no side effects, nothing. How much would you pay for something like that? Because I would legit pay like, I'd pay a couple $100 a month just to have that one a day pill that would allow me to eat like 1,000 calories extra with no consequences.
I wouldn't buy it.
I don't feel the need to do that, really.
Yeah.
Really?
Dude,
I don't
like,
really eat a whole lot.
Like, Jeannie, just think about it. You could go put down like an extra dozen Cheddar Bay biscuits a week or something like that, and no consequences.
That's exactly what I was thinking about.
He's like, I'm on board.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but being the height I am and everything, like I gain and lose weight like that. And so like if I don't watch what I eat, like I eat like an extra 2 or 3 slices of pizza, I'm feeling it the next day. Like I like, and like I could tell like, okay, like my body's all bloated and stuff.
I mean, dude, look at me. Look at me.
So if I could avoid that,
I would like to be able to eat whatever I want in general and have no side effects.
Chris, I know you say look at me, but I'm telling you, wait till you hit like 23, 24. That's when all of a sudden your body starts to like not be able to just do whatever it wants.
Oh, I'm enjoying it now.
Wait till you're 28. I'm having issues. And then you guys start wondering about your blood pressure, like I am right now. And dude, this shit's no joke. Like, is this like if anybody listens all the way through to this part of the podcast and you're younger, fucking take care of yourself. That's all I gotta say. Because
some of it's out of your control.
I'm 28, and granted, yes, high blood pressure runs in my family, but like, dude, I'm having
it's not in my family,
issues with
so
it, and it's not cool. So it's if I just took care of myself properly for most of my life and stayed fit like I was, before, or well, not super fit, but like better off than what I am.
In shape.
In shape, yes. And if I just stuck to that, I wouldn't probably be in the situation I'm in to where I have to now correct it. Otherwise, I'm going to face some serious issues. So just take care of yourself. That's like all I can say. It's cool to eat whatever you want and stuff, but
I want that pill.
It catches up with you.
Nah, bro, I'm telling you, dude.
And watch how much sodium's in your shit. All this processed shit's insane. Check your lunch meats. I am a big fan of sandwiches. Okay, I survived off of them in college and everything. My chicken rotisserie Oscar Mayer lunch meat in 2 ounces has 540 milligrams of sodium. That's maybe 2 to 3 slices of that shit.
Well, how much is like the
that's a lot.
Daily recommended amount? Like it's, what? 2,000?
I mean, if you're trying to really watch like your blood pressure and stuff, 1,500 milligrams. But I mean, that's one sandwich. That's not to mention, dude, the slice of cheese is another 150 milligrams roughly. Usually it's anywhere from 100 to 150.
And if
you have mustard and mayo, bread,
Yeah, mustard has a lot of
Well,
sodium in it.
You're
Yeah,
looking
the
at like a
mistake you're
$700
making is
to $800. You're crazy. Anyway,
What do you
This
say?
dude likes mustard.
how do
I
you
like
not
mustard.
Mustard's
I
gross.
despise
dude.
mustard. It's smelly.
I'm telling you, dude.
Honey
Genie
Dijon
and I have like a
You
spiritual
guys are the
connection,
same
bro.
person.
Yeah,
Uh,
dude.
Yeah.
Honey
What-
Dijon mustard.
What? Oh, I
Yeah.
don't like Dijon. That's where I draw the line.
No?
No,
Mustard,
it's
mayo,
this weird
all
like
that.
metallic taste or something, dude. I just can't do it.
Hey, would you guys eat
Mhm.
lab-grown
You
meat?
gotta go with certain things.
We talked about that last time, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
I think it'd be fine. Yeah.
I was gonna say one thing that I'm pretty sure in the next couple of years they're really gonna start like preaching it. Processed meats. They're starting to figure out that not only like does it cause cancer because it's super processed and all that stuff, all the preservatives and crap they throw into it to make it last so long, but the nitrates that are in processed meat, like it's directly linked to heart disease.
What about cheese?
I'm pretty sure cheese is fine as long as like I mean there's definitely preservatives in cheese that helps avoid like caking and like mold and stuff, but like I don't know. Honestly, if you're gonna try and eat healthy, like the stuff that you get, like you gotta have the idea that you're gonna eat it within like 5 days. It's like everything that's healthy like goes bad super quick, unless it's full of preservatives and then it doesn't. But that's what I'm saying is like you want to avoid that.
Cheese.
What about cheese?
Yeah,
I
any of the
love
processed
cheese.
stuff's terrible.
But yeah,
It's
if you're
literally
like lunch
insane the
meat,
amount of shit's in there.
for lunch meat, you want to get uncured lunch meat because that has all the nitrates and shit in it that are bad for your heart.
Okay.
And if you like bagel bites, check those out too.
Bagel bites?
But what about pizza rolls?
Because in 4 of them, I would imagine pizza rolls are probably right up there as well.
Anything that's
But in
frozen
like-
is full of
Bro,
shit.
I
Oh,
could eat
dude.
a whole plate full of pizza rolls and
I
then
used
want
to be able
more.
to too. Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude,
Same.
I love pizza rolls.
I
I
have
haven't
to-
had them in
I-
a while though.
When I was
I'm telling you, that shit does catch up to you.
when I was
It
living
does.
by myself, I mean like when nobody's seeing what you eat, like it gets
Mm-hmm.
gets out of control.
Dude, you want to know a low point in
You
my
also
life?
feel like you're invincible too when you're like Chris's age. Like up until like recently, honestly, even being almost 28, like I just felt invincible.
Dude,
I know
Have you-
I'm not invincible, but I felt that way, so I would just eat whatever and be like, fuck it, I'll be fine. I'll drink a 5th of Jameson, whatever.
dude, when I
if-
was younger, bro, I for some reason I had this idea in my head that I because I'm picky, I can make great like flavor combinations. And at one point, I dipped saltine crackers in Pepsi, and it was actually like kind of good. And that's a
My
low
favorite
point in
thing
my
to
life.
do was whenever I was like sick, like I had the flu or something, right? And like, you know how like everybody wants to eat like soup and shit when they're sick, like that's everybody's go to.
Yeah.
Those cup of noodles, man. Get a cup
Yeah.
of noodle, and then you dip saltine crackers in the broth. So
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Anyways,
shit right there.
we sh-
There was
it's probably been 2 hours, dude.
it's an hour and 42. We want to call it.
Probably
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I still got a lot to do.
we'll see
So,
you
yeah,
guys
again-
in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm hungry, dude. I'm so hungry.
I already know
Yeah,
what we
same.
want to title this one. Literally, we could just title this "Pooping in Public."
No,
Yeah,
I was gonna say Jake Paul and poo poo stories.
nah, just "Pooping in Public." Episode 27.
it?
Yep, "Pooping in Public."
Pooping in public. Yeah,
Yep.
That's a good one.
that's a strong.
All right.
I like it.
We talked
Dude,
about,
what about- what-
that for like a solid
kind of-
half hour.
What kind of
Yeah, we
picture am I
definitely
gonna put
did.
for that? I'll figure it out.
And it
Just-
all started with you telling the story about how you and your sister like.
Yeah, Chris, literally just put like a. We'll talk about it after we end it. But all right, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Peace.
See you guys.
Yeah.